Very good evening to everyone present here. I will introduce myself. Before I introduce, I would like to ask a question to the audience. That have you ever participated in a hackathon? If you have participated, please put one in the chat box, and if you haven't, then it's okay. Still put zero in the chat box. If you have participated in any hackathon, you can put one, and if you haven't, then zero. Okay, that's an active audience. That's it. Okay. Okay, great. So good flow. Let me introduce myself. I am Ayush Mukal. I am currently in my third year pursuing computer science and engineering, and I am also doing a specialization in IoT, cybersecurity, and Internet of Things. And I am a tech nerd. I like to, build things. I like to craft tech experiences as a product designer, as a developer sometimes. I love hackathons and I've been participating in various hackathons since my second year and I have won two hackathons and also won top 100 into Solution Challenge 23. So enough of me. Let us talk about for what we are here today, the Solution Challenge 2024. And we have the next slide.
Yeah. One second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Solution Challenge. The Solution Challenge is a
Aish,
3 month
Aish,
long hackathon.
sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Better
Sure.
if you share, that will be easy for you.
Okay.
Will it
Sure.
fine?
Okay. Wait. Where do I share from?
I will stop my screen.
Yeah, sure. Okay. I do have an option. Wait.
Yeah, I already on the presenter mode,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you
yeah.
can share your.
Sure. Okay. Hope it's
Yeah.
clearly visible.
Make it full screen, Aish. Yeah.
Is it now
Great.
visible? Great. So, guys, the Solution Challenge is a 3 month long hackathon which is hosted by Google Developer Student Clubs and Google itself. So, in this hackathon, we have to solve the United Nations 17 Sustainable Goals using Google technology. Now, the word Google technology is really important here. You have to understand that you have to use one Google technology, any one of it, and understand the 17 sustainable goals here. Now, let's talk about the goals. So, these are the 17 sustainable goals you screen right now. And the 17 sustainable goals has sub targets and indications. Now, for us, we were more passionate about making our city sustainable and our communities more sustainable, basically. So, we selected the goal number 11. But while selecting the goal number 11, there are different sub targets inside that. So you have to go through the sustainable goals. I will share the links afterwards, and you have to understand different targets. Okay, so I will go in depth in later on. Next, we have the timeline. So, as Krishna mentioned, the registrations have already begun from 1st of December, and we are literally halfway through the December. So, you have to get started to learn about different sustainable goals and how are they affecting you. You have to ask yourself a question. And the most important part is that you have to be a part of a GDSC chapter to begin with. So if you are not part of any GDSC right now, please be part of. If GDSC is in your college, then be part of that chapter, and then only you can go forward with it. And if the GDSC for some reason is not in your college, you can be part of any nearby GDSC, and that also works. So the timeline looks like from December to July, but our most important phase is from December to February only. This is the 3 months we are having to build our solution because the submission closes on February 22. So this you have 3 months in your hand to identify your solution, your goal, make a solution, and then submit it. Okay, let's go in depth. So the most exciting part is about this hackathon is that there is a big life-changing amount prize for top winning three. There is $3,000 per team member. I'm talking about. That means every team member gets $3,000. That's nearly 2,50,000 rupees, and each particular team member gets it. And then there is final 10. For final 10 there is $1,000 in cash, And for the top 100, there is t-shirt certificates and mentorship from Google experts. Next, we have our process. Now, currently we are into step 1 to 6. Okay. So for the step 1, make sure you're part of an GDSC club. You have to form a team. Now, the step 2 is a very interesting process, and wherein you have to identify the people, how are they going to come up with their own skill set and contribute to your idea, right? If you are passionate about something, that particular team should also be should be more passionate about it, right? For example, for us, it was making our city sustainable. Okay, I will talk about our project later, but for our team, it consisted of a designer, two developers, and a product person, right? So you have to be a mixed match of different skill sets which come together and build a solution. Okay, so you have to form a team, then select a sustainable goal which are each and every team member more passionate about. Then you have to identify the solution under that target basically, and then design the user interface, design the backend, and yeah, then submit it, and then you can iterate and test your solution and gain feedback. Okay, so next up we have a checklist. Go through it, I would say. Next, we have this important slide wherein there's a submission criteria. So these are the points which you will be graded on to get into the top 100. Okay. So these points you have to go through it very clearly because this is what the judging panel will be judging upon. Because this is a world level hackathon. Okay. Every GDSC, every university which has GDSC all over the world I'm talking about is going to participate. And to make yourself unique, you have to be like a good solution which is functional, which is really important here, and go through this entire criteria and make sure your solution follows this. Okay, so let me talk about my journey or our team's journey, how we identified goal number 11 as our problem and we solved it. So what we built is was application which helps you to report West. You can report West to our application, and the West get logged into a map. Okay, so you will be as a user be able to see the reported West, and you can collect that West. And after you collect that West, you get rewarded for the same. So this was our MVP. That is the minimum viable product. So understand this. And later on, as we became into top 100, we started to add more functionalities. So the first image celebration after we were into top 100. We got together with the entire top 100 selected teams as well as the Google team as well as the organizers, and they told us about the next steps into the hackathon. So second image is an interesting image. We this is one of our build sessions. Day and night we were building our solution about how we can make it better, better and better. And third image is our board basically where we iterate upon different types of features we can add, how we can improve our documentation, how we can publish it better, how we can make an admin side into it. It just you as soon as you get into the top 100, it's an interesting feeling. It makes you feel special. It makes you feel like you achieved something, and it's important to have that feeling. But you have to remember that you have to stick to your roots about how good is your solution actually. And yeah, this is my team. Shout out to Shivam, shout out to Mehul, shout out to Kailash, and that's me. So yeah, before that, also after you get to top 100, you get a Google developer, a dedicated Google developer expert as a mentor. You can schedule calls with that particular person, expert, and have an one-on-one call with expert and ask different questions you may have, and he helps you as you schedule the call. Then you get Google Cloud credits. Who don't want it? You get a very good amount of Google Cloud credits. The Google India team mails you personally about how much credits you need for your solution, right? And yeah, it's a great feeling of having to explore the Google Cloud universe. And then you have a networking opportunity with the top 100 people because these are the top 100 best teams all over the world. And you get to network with them, you get a LinkedIn connection through them, you get to understand what was the thought behind they building their solution, right? So it's an interesting opportunity, but it's a later part. Let's now talk about the strategy. How do you get into top 100? How do you, get past the cut, right? So this is a strategy which we followed, and I have laid down it clearly here. It's a learn, build, scale strategy. Let's go through the learn strategy. So now you have 17 goals, right? So I will share you a link where official UN link wherein you will be able to see different targets under the goal. Okay, and now you have to go through these targets and identify if, ask yourself a question, if this problem affects me and if I'm motivated to make the change, right? These are the top three steps you have to follow, because we are nearly like 15 days into the registrations. People have already done this. If you haven't now, then please do it. Okay, so identify the basically the goal you will be solving, and later on work on one feature and just build it. Now this is an important tip, that if you have an goal which will be solving now, then focus on basically one feature which you will be building. For us it was getting the garbage reported and the garbage collected, right? This was our main one feature which we focused on, and later on we started to add different features into our application. Okay, so it was of communities, the later feature when we came into top 100. And also, in while you are preparing, you can also submit a prototype. Don't worry about it, just build it. That's an important part. Then we have the scale part. Now this is a later part. You can do this later on as well. That is to get feedback, iteration, and expert guidance. This is a later part. You can do it while you're building it too. Okay. So, well, that was an entire content which I had for you guys. And obviously, I'm available anytime on LinkedIn. You can connect with me, and obviously, you can reach out to your own GDSC leads and team members. They will surely help you guys. And yeah, good luck with your solutions. And yeah, oh my God,
Yes,
yeah,
it's a great journey for of your team as well. And
yeah,
now in the Q&A, let's
yeah,
have
sure,
some questions because as we already know, yeah, one second, I'm sharing it. Yeah, I was trying to say like this is the first time our university students are participating in the solution challenge.
true,
So we have a lot of questions and few we already
yeah,
taken
yeah,
before.
yeah.
Yeah, one
I'm
second.
ready for questions. Please bombard them.
Yeah, everyone, if you have, you can make a note of that. And now you will all the things.
Yeah. If you have any questions, I will post the links. Wait. You can explore our project as well. And there is a link of UN goals in the chat box. Yeah. And in general, any queries you can ask me. How any random question, I'm ready.
Yeah, and the first
Don't
very
hesitate.
basic
Yeah.
one, where most of them will have is what is the team size and how to form that.
Yeah.
Because we'll be
So
having an individual registration, right? So
yeah.
give a short.
So you can have a team member up to 4 members, if, and you can have an 2 members as well. And basically, the main point here is that team expertise matters here. Okay, so if you have a developer with you, you need to have someone who is thinking, right? So that's an important part.
Okay, that means initially if we individually registered and then they can form a team
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. Because this is an basically you have to submit what kind of sustainable goal you are solving. Then you can, as well as final form, you can submit your team as well.
that.
Yeah,
Okay. And before second question, everyone you can post your questions in the chat. It is
in the
already
chat form.
open. I think everyone can access the chat, right? If you
Yeah, yeah.
can,
So
yeah, yeah, yes. You can post the
uh,
questions here, and we will be highlighting few questions that are mostly helpful to answer to get started in the solution challenge.
yeah.
And
So
the next tip,
there,
yeah, yeah, yes, Aisha.
yeah, yeah. So there is a question: team should be in the same GDSC. No, the team members can be from different GDSCs. Not an issue.
Okay,
Yes.
irrespective of any GDSC, the team members can be. It is a limited size. a
Yeah,
minimum
yeah,
of two
yeah,
and a maximum of four.
yeah.
Okay. And next, which type of goal we can select? Like how
Okay.
you chosen that goal sustainability 11? I
Yeah,
will open the slide for you.
yeah,
So give a short
yeah, yeah.
approach like selection in the goals.
Okay. So these goals are you can have multiple goals included in your solution. So for us, it was just a sustainable development goal number 11 because we are particularly solving how we can make the city sustainable through managing the waste, solid waste management to be particular. So this is something you have to go through all the 17 sustainable goals and identify how you can uh, put these goals basically into one solution. So you have to go through the entire targets as well as the indications which every goal has, and understand how are you passionate about it. Are you feeling it actually that this is something which I am you know able to solve basically.
Okay, that means initially it's better to know all the sustainability goals
Yeah,
and then choose which type
yeah,
of solution we can.
yeah,
Okay, and the next one in that 11 sustainability development, uh, which kind of technologies you have used? Like what is the
yeah,
basic criteria for
yeah.
doing the project?
So we decided to build an Android app. So for that, we particularly chosen Kotlin as our main framework. So we used Android Studio. Then we use Kotlin. Then the second thing we use Firebase as our backend. So we particularly went through all the Google technologies which we can include because they are easy to access and easy to learn. Basically, you can learn any Google technology. There's a good amount of resource and support there. So we decided to build an Android app. So we choose in Kotlin and then we build our backend through Firebase.
Okay, basically you developed an Android application and integrated
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Okay, and it is mandatory to use only Google technologies in this.
No. So basically, you can have combination of different technologies, but having a single technology, Google technology is preferred. So that's really important because obviously it's hosted by Google guys.
Okay, and we have one question. Should we submit the
Yeah.
prototype allowed before the regional bootcamp?
Yeah, for the now this year they introduced the regional boot camps, so you can have the prototype ready. You can submit the prototype, not an issue. Yeah,
Yeah, okay, okay.
yeah.
And Ayush, now can you give a clear understanding of how the evaluation done for the project? Because it's
Okay.
not like a institutional level or national
Yeah,
level event.
yeah.
So where
Obviously.
the students may get lag for selecting being
Okay.
a top 100.
So, passing the cut of top 100 is like you have to be very particular about every point mentioned here. So, from the project setup, that is like having it functional is really important. Okay, so when you submit your basically for us, it was an application. So, we submitted our APK, right, in the submission form. So, we made sure that that particular APK is working while the judge is actually judging because there will be like hundreds of solutions submitted and they won't be taking a lot of time on your solution. So they will go through the checklist and make sure that you are following this. You should not make them work for you, right? You have to make them as smooth as possible. That from making sure that your app is functional, making sure that the functionalities which you are pitching to them is actually what you will be solving for. So you make sure that while submitting it, this entire submission criteria is you have gone through it and implemented in your application from having it working to having it like not having any error or bug while you have submitted it.
Okay, okay. And what exactly I try to is a checklist, right? So here is the checklist you can
Yeah,
have. So
yeah,
each people can have the checklist. We'll all share the this
yeah,
PPT and the resources you required in the groups or through GDSCs. So to give a quick view of this checklist, initially the most important thing is you should be a part of GDSC. So you should be a member of GDSC, and then after that registering, you will be forming a team. Along with that, when filling the form, you should select one sustainability development goal. So that is the only important thing when you are registering in the form. And when we'll also share you the link uh, at the end of the session. So that is the initial part where we will be doing in December first week to the end. It's better to start before December as well. And that is the phase one, I can say. And coming to the design and building part, that means now we identified what is the sustainable goal, and now we need to deep dive into that goal, and we need to identify few problems that are usually facing by the society. So taking that solution, you can identify a particular solution for any problem. You can list out the uh, different problems that are under each sustainable development goal. So how you will be knowing that is, you need to have a quick survey on each sustainable goals. What are the targets on each goal is doing? What is the goal of each that development particular goal? So based on that, you can identify a title and then as well as a solution idea for that. And then it entirely depends on the implementation. That means whether you build an desktop application, whether you build an Android, web app, or whether you will be having a static web application. It entirely depends on you, but most preference is given to Google technologies only. So here they mentioned in the step 5 as a front-end interface and technology like Firebase and a good-looking interface. And as already discussed, the regional bootcamp is discussed in this. Uh, for that, the criteria and how to get selected in the regional bootcamp, and this is from each GDSC. GDSC, we will be having few teams, the best performing teams to the regional bootcamp. So you need to go offline there and get mentorship, and you will develop your own product. And in the next step, this is all the checklist. That means you can tick mark at the each phase where you are. So if you reach at the step 10, almost your work is done, and entirely depends on your evaluation or their evaluation. So 8 and 9 are the most important tasks, I can say. So whatever you're done, I have seen like Ayush and other teams who got selected in top 100 and many of them. Most of the projects are done multiple tests in the society as well. So that means whether it is really helpful for the people outside, the or else that few of them, if you have an idea like getting a survey how really people are feeling with this our problem, our product that we are doing now, and based on the input feedback, expert you can utilize the expert sessions that we conduct or occasionally a journey, and with that you can iterate and re build your application. So after completing all, after getting the entire application or prod solution you have done, you will be with a demo video and submitting the solution challenge. So that so, submission project will be in Jan 21. So before that, we have around 1.5 months. You can choose your sustainable development goal. What is the problem you are going to solve? Different technologies, how to work on. Get formed with a good team. Uh, as already said, you can be a part of any GDSC team, but I have the conscience of team size. And then of in the early April, before April, we will be having the solution top 100 solutions across globe. We will be having a very high good recognition everywhere. My project is selected in top 100 Google solutions. And then we will have few periods for mentoring sessions. That means for the top 100, the people, the experts, the solution challenge team will review your solution and move to the top 10 and then to the top 3. So after that, the top 10 will release and then the top 3. And at the end of June, mostly the winners of solution challenge will be released in the June 27th. And if you have if you want to take a screenshot, you can also take, but we will also share this checklist with the square box. You can we will also share that later. So this is the entire checklist because it will help you to know that whether in which step we have, what are the things we need to do, what are the tests, and what are the coming steps we need to do. So this is the entire checklist for the solution challenge. And coming to submission criteria, as Ayush conveyed this in detail, you can also check each phase. Like each phase is having a small point for that. So how precisely you are giving a problem statement, what kind of solution, sustainable goal you have chosen. So why you are chosen that, which inspired you. By that means I asked the Ayush, right, why you only chosen the 11th solution, sustainable development goal? Because to select the particular goal, you must quick recap on all sustainable goals. I hope you may have the 17, but you need to understand the goals and targets of each goal. Then only you can identify the what are the problems that a particular goal can solve. So we are all doing this because the products that we are developing now, those are really helpful for the real world. That means we are not making our own semester projects or our resume to build our resume. This is a very useful one where not only for us, our developed project will have a very high recognition this time. So after that, we will be having the implementation part. So we need to convey what kind of architecture we are using. That means a flow chart kind of thing, and which type of platform you are using for this. And feedback, as I already said, feedback is the most important one. You can use testing or release the uh, before version of your project in the society and get the feedback from them, and then improve and iterate your project. So these all based on this, you will be having the each points, and then the best teams will be reviewed in the top 100. I hope most of them got cleared with, and we have, I think, one more question.
Yeah.
Only the top 100
So
teams will be invited to the regional bootcamp.
no, Sanjana. So basically, this is something new they have introduced this year. So any team can apply to be in the regional boot camp. It's just not like you have to be in top 100. It's a before part. Also, Krishna, I have one. Can I share my screen and
Yeah,
show
yeah,
them the
sure, sure,
resources? Yeah.
sure, sure. Yeah, you can.
Yes. So as I shared the link, guys, is my screen visible, Krishna?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's visible.
Yeah. So these are the 17 goals, guys. So after the meet finishes, you can go through this website. I've shared the link. So for example, again, I'm going to the goal number 11. As you will go into goal number 11 or any other goal, you will see that the entire research is done for you. Okay, so you will see different topics related to this goal and how by using technology you can solve this, right? So these are the different targets and indication I was talking about. So we were particularly talking about 11.6, that is reducing an adverse per capita environmental impact of cities, including by paying special attention to air quality and municipal and waste management, basically. So this is our GitHub repository of our project, and for you to submit your project, you also need a GitHub repository. So I hope you all know how to build a GitHub or repository of your project. And as you can see, we were using Kotlin as our main language, which is developed by Google. So yeah, first you have to go through this targets, understand the targets. Otherwise, you can go vice versa as well. You have something you are passionate about, and you think that this is something which is it's a global issue, and if you are building that solution and if it fits into the goals basically, then that's a good thing as well. So you can go through this website. Then there is this main website of Google developers where you can see the resources here. So these are the resources which are laid down by Google itself. Okay, you will get a good idea about this. And the most golden thing which you can watch is the demo day thing. Okay, so this is the demo day which you will have in your like top 10 top.
Hello. Uh, any other candidates?
Yes, yes, yes.
Ayush, I think you lost your.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah. Till that, you can post your questions, guys. I will inform Ayush. Yes, yes, he's
Hello,
back.
hello. I'm back. Yeah, yeah. Just a minute. Let me fix my video.
Ask your all questions because the solution challenge is not a short-term project. It will be having a lot of hard work in months as well. It's not a we you're completing the project and
Yeah,
submitting in one. It is a
yeah,
month of journeys, and then uh, so it is, as of already I have a lot of time, so that you can
yeah.
expect a lot of questions as well.
So guys, I was talking about where did I just cut off, Krishna?
Yeah, demo days. Yeah, the same.
Demo day. Yeah, so basically how to go through this demo days as well. This demo days has the demos of the top 10 teams. Okay, this top 10 teams will describe their entire project to you. Now we have from 2022 last year's is also there. I will share the link. So this is where you will be able to understand at what scale this whole program is. And there's a big amount at stake and as well as good recognition and networking opportunities for you. So you can as well see the winners list and their particular solutions last year, and as well as you can also do the hardware solutions here. Okay, it's nothing like that just in software app or website. You can as well do a hardware solution. There is a people choice award as well, so that in the stream top 10 there gets to top 3, right? But there is a people choice award as well. Then you can see the top 100 list here, and you can search their name on LinkedIn and find them here. So this is an interesting link I will share in the chat box and as well as in the group later. Yeah, and yeah, if you
Or
have
every
any
year,
questions.
the Ayush,
Yeah,
every year people suggest. That means
yeah, yeah,
your names, everything, all the team details.
yeah, they share it all along. You can have a look there. So you get to be
If
on the
possible, show
Google
your.
developer blog as well. Sorry.
If possible, show your name.
Yeah, sure. I am here. So our was West to Well by Team Sentinels. It's yeah. So again, it's something West related we were solving. We were in the top 100. You will be also be there if you start working now, because at the end it's just all about how passionate you are and start building basically early on. That's important. When you get to one stage, you get start building. It becomes a habit, and it turns out to be a good solution. Absolutely. If you have any questions, again, we are open for questions. You can ask anything else.
Yes, guys, you can ask. We also have you, so you can post here, or
Yeah,
I think the participant can't speak. I think 1 second.
yeah. So, and Balaji has a question. What are the few mistakes that you have made in deciding and developing your project so that we may not do the same? Okay. So, talking about mistakes is that something which we did was like we were rushing things at the last moment for the top 10 submission. Okay. So what you can do is like while you are focusing on one feature, you can still do that and submit it, making it better. Rather than adding more things into one thing, you can just make a one feature good and very much which is actually solving the sustainable goal again. That's important. So you try to do that more importantly and don't rush things, because see, while you're submitting, there are different verticals here that you have to make a video as well, okay, while submitting. So that video, because the judge while judging, while looking at your solution, you will also see a video, which is 120 seconds for that matter. So you have to crunch your entire solution. You have to pitch your solution in 120 seconds to the judge. So that's an important aspect. You have to submit your GitHub repository in which the readme file also matters, because that should have a good whole aspect of your project, which shows about your project, different technologies used, and as well as the demo video. Okay, we have one more question. What about the students who have not done any previous projects like this? Okay, so guys, you can start with rough idea. Having a rough idea is important. Like this can be your first hackathon. You know, don't worry, don't overthink. Like this is my first. This is a big scale hackathon. How do I get into it? No, don't think about it. Just try to build something, because eventually you will learn things through that only, because that's the best way of learning things. So don't worry if this is your first project or the first build you're building something about. Don't worry, just start building and submit the project this year, because this will be your first submission, and then it will just get better and better. Then we also have another question. Can we do this if we are doing this for the first time? We should learn and apply. It takes time. Yeah, it does take time, but don't worry about it. Otherwise, what you can do is that it's a team project. So you can have someone who is bit experienced, and then you can learn from him as well, and then contribute as much as you can to the project. Yeah. Okay, one more. Nice. You guys are asking questions. Uh, what are
Yes,
the
guys,
key
Ayush,
facts?
1 second.
Yeah, sure, sure.
And if anyone want to speak, you can raise your hand. I will enable your
Yeah,
presence in here. That is
please,
very
please.
interaction
I would
than
love
this
to have a
chatting
talk.
part.
Yeah, yeah.
If
Okay.
possible, you can also share your video so that we can have
Yeah,
pics and shared in the
yeah.
social.
What are the key factors that help you the most to arrive at your ideal sector of the problem statement, like the sustainable development in your case? Okay. So, okay. So, for us, for example, if we took the sustainable goal number 11 now, so for us, we thought of you know, what are the ways right now the waste is getting deposited. Okay. So for our city, how the process works is that there are people responsible for collecting the waste at intervals. Okay. But what we thought of is that let's make the people who are doing the best, let's make them only clean it, and in turn reward them. Okay, so what we did was basically we introduced gamification in this whole waste segregation process, right? So what happens is that people love rewards. You can see we love getting cashbacks. We love getting rewards on GPay or different applications, right? Every application tries to put rewards for things. So we thought like let's just have this thing for waste, which is a global problem. Like we throw out our wrappers, we throw out some people throw out their garbage out of their car. So let's have people to collect it and submit it and get rewarded for the same. So talking about the key factors again, these were some key factors which we thought of, that what are the traditional ways how things are happening, and how we can actually have it solved using technology, or tricking the system, or understanding how making people do it but getting them rewarded. So these were some key factors. Yeah. Any more questions, guys? Nice questions.
Yes, you can also raise your hand so that I will
Yeah.
enable your if you have any doubts. Or else we'll move
Yeah,
on
sure.
to next part.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Manju wants to speak. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes, Manju, you can.
Hello,
Hello?
my audio, are you listening?
Yeah,
Yes,
you're
yes.
audible.
Ayush, let me take a scenario now. The students who don't know really about any Google technologies like anything, but they
Yeah,
have a good idea on the sustainable ideas. What you said, like 17 goals are there, right?
yeah,
17 or 15,
yes,
I don't know. They
17.
have a good idea. They have a good idea, but they don't know how to implement
Okay.
that one. They don't know how to get technology. But here, any mentors are will be available for them to do that one to complete that
Uh,
project.
Okay, understood. So, Manju, this year they have introduced something called as regional boot camps, where you will get an early access to the Google experts on field offline, right? So, what you can do is that you can submit your solution to the regional boot camp and get an hands-on experience with the Google experts itself. So, these are the experts in their expert for a Google technology. Okay, so there will be different Google experts available. For example, there are Google experts for Flutter, basically. There are Google experts for Android. There are Google experts for different Google technologies. They will be available there. Or what you can do is you can reach out to the GDSC team at your college as well, because these are the people who do various boot camps or sessions for Google technologies as well, right? So they can as well help you to get started, how you can frame your idea into Google technologies. And it has to be not all thing has to be just Google technologies. You can have different technologies and some part of Google technologies. For example, you can just have a Firebase for your login part and some different combinations basically. So you can follow this strategy.
Will they be able to come? Will they be available up to till the completion of the project?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
basically you have to put in the work. You can, yeah, Krishna.
yeah. Like I want to answer this question. So
Yeah, sure.
this entire so that's the main purpose of creating this Discover Design Develop campaign, where under this campaign we will be having all guidance for you to build the project. So we GDSCs will try our best to get you the experts available, share you all the resources that we can give you, conducting offline mentorship sessions if possible directly from the Google experts. So the entire journey till project submission you will have complete guidance. So only thing you need to do is you need to select a particular statement that should help the society, so that you can have if you select a good type of problem statement and solution. So if you say that to the experts or whatever team you asked before, they will guide you to develop to secure in the top position. So in this entire campaign, you will be having complete guidance. That is not a problem. That means GDSCs, we will be conducting the sessions, like whether it's online or offline, frequently. That depends on the timeline. And also, recently we shared the Android workshop, right? Actually, that mostly given as a limited of 1,000 participants for leads and core team members. But you can also join in where directly Google experts will deliver the content how to build the application for you. So till Feb 28, we will be having continuous sessions on various Google technologies, or like Google Cloud, as well as already we completed Google Cloud Study Jam before, and from now we will be more focusing on building the Android apps, and then Flutter for the front end designing, and also integrating the Figma UI design where you build, as well as the web applications. And most part, I think now the buzzword is Gen AI. So regional bootcamps, they mentioned a small point like the projects who integrated the Gen AI may have a high chances, but the complete criteria will be releasing soon. And I think Manju, you cleared it up.
Thank you, Ayush.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, okay.
Krishna, I would like to answer next two questions.
Yes, yeah, no.
Yeah, just a minute. So, Maitri, you have a question about how should we decide on the tech stack. So before even talking about the tech stack, now I'm showing you the UI of our application basically. So you have to iterate and do research on the prototype first. And the prototype you can build using the Figma app, and you can have an idea of what are the complexity of your project is, right? And then short down the requirements you will be requiring, right? For example, this is our login flow of our app. So this requires an login flow which has an OTP authentication. Then we have a sign in with Google thing. So for that we require a database, right? So for that now the database part came in. Then what technologies, what framework are we building upon? We decided fourthly. Okay. So you have to first build a prototype, iterate on your idea, how you can, and basically that's important. So based on your complexity, you will be identifying your tech stack. Yeah. So next we have, suppose we don't know how to code, but want to do this. Can we do this if we are having interest? So Govardhan, I would like to answer this that if you like have interest about doing something, right, you will figure it out. And trust me, you will have the world support for this. If you try to find something, you will find it. You just have to put a dedicated time for this to happen, and you will learn and build it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
interest is the part. And
yeah,
like a non simple example, I can say during the
yeah,
registrations or anything, we'll have a large number of counts. But when comes to the like real implementation of what exactly we are doing, that entirely depends on one's interest. So
yeah,
without interest, you can't proceed. So if you are having interest, you will be working on daily, and you will be building, you will be learning new things, and then you will do your project.
yeah.
So I
True.
think Govardhan, you will do some good projects and all the
Yeah,
best.
all the best. True.
And I want to share one other slide where we missed
Yeah,
about that. Let me share
yeah, sure.
about the judgment criteria. Um, one second. Is my screen visible?
Ah, yeah, it is.
Yeah, one second. Yes. Oh, one second.
Yeah, yeah.
So don't worry, we'll be sharing all this later after this session. Possible, we'll also try to share the recording as well. And before that, also connect with us and Ayush whenever you have doubts. Yes. Previously, we
Yeah,
discussed about the submission criteria. That means what are the various things you need to respond, you need to answer before submitting your project. These are the things that you should provide responses for them, but how they will judge you. So that depends on 2 points, or two broad points. One is impact and technology they given. That means what your solution is showing impact on the on the real world or society. As the Ayush statement, why it got selected in top 100. You can see it is an application where it entirely focuses on the clean cities. That means where we have the wastage. So that kind of impact should be there on the society. So for that, we have 5 points. You can also view in detail there, like which solution you are addressing a particular challenge, what kind of solution you are bringing the particular challenge. And if it is unique and it's almost done, you are already selected. So, and next part is the technology. What kind of technologies you are using? So it depends on what kind of problem statement you are taken and what kind of solution you are going to do. And these are the different brief points they are given. These are similar to the submission criteria only, but I want to share like how they will judge. The Google will be going to judge based on different criteria. So and now any other questions? I think we can also share few milestones. How many of you participated in Google Cloud Studies?
yeah,
You can share so that it's the milestones are similar to that. Just send a hi there, uh, response there. Before that, I will share the slide. Many of you participated in the cloud study application. Okay, 1 second, let me share my screen.
Krishna, I think you're muted. Yeah,
This milestone part, I think Aishwarya will share, so it will be taking around five
yeah,
minutes.
sure, sure.
Aishwarya, are you there? I will share my screen now. Is my screen visible?
Yes, it's,
Yes. Aishwarya, are you there? Uh, 1 second. I think our presenter mode is off. These are the prizes that are available, like similar to in study jam. Yeah.
Yes. So, like initially, I've mentioned that this year we definitely need help from students as well, since our next 3D campaign is directly connected to the solution challenge. So now, since as mentioned that we do have four different types of milestones for 3D campaign as well. Starting with the first one, that is platinum. So here there are four categories to be eligible. So the first one is the number of registrations. So from each campus, people need to register, that is 100. So for a team, the registration team members is 3 to 4. So every person should individually register for this solution challenge, which starts from December 1st. Now you might ask that why do we have to register individually? So since we have some time from December 1st till the project submission time, that is January 21st, we can maybe swap our teammates or else you can change your project. For that flexibility, we have this option. So it is compulsory that every team member should register individually. So now the second part, the regional boot camps. So from each campus, minimum of at least 8 teams should be invited for the boot camp. And as mentioned, one of the main criteria would be to involve the AI and ML domain in your projects. And the next one is project submission. So it is fine that you have registered for this solution challenge and have been invited. But you should not stop your project in the ideation phase or in the, you know, building phase. You have to complete it and submit the project finally, and from the college minimum of 15 projects at least. So every stage, like beginning from the registration and getting selected for the regional bootcamp and then project submission, every stage is important. Now it is not compulsory that if only you get selected for the regional bootcamp, you need to submit your project. The regional bootcamp is only for the mentorship. So the submission project is done by everyone who has completed their project. In that specific thing, we also have two other things, that is at least one project, that is one team should get shortlisted in the top 100 globally, and the other is that at least one project should get shortlisted in the top 10 globally. If these three parameters are satisfied, it comes under the project submission. Now the last one. This comes to more of the students and the core team members. That is, for each college, they have to initiate three events, that is, one on AI and ML domain, and one on Android domain, and one on the solution challenge. Now, these sessions are compulsory. Why? Because to get yourself aware with the Google technologies, if you are a beginner, to just at least start and know how to learn and how to proceed. So, these sessions would help you even though you are a beginner. Now, next milestone. Yes, that is gold. So as mentioned earlier, here also the first criteria is the same. That is, from each college, we have to have 100 registrations. Now the second thing is also similar. 8 teams should get invited for the regional bootcamp, and it should have the AI and ML domain. Now the next has a slight change. The project submission, where 15 projects should be definitely submitted for the final evaluation, and also at least one project or team should get shortlisted in the top 100 globally. That is, the platinum covers the top 100 and also as well as the top 10. Now, in the gold, we have only a one project getting shortlisted for the top 100. Now, the last parameter is the same. Next. Next comes the silver. So, here we have some changes. That is, the initial one, at least 80 registrations from the campus is required, and not the 8, but then 5 teams should be invited for the regional bootcamp and the compulsory domain, that is AI and ML. And now coming to the project submission. Now here, at least 10 projects should be submitted for the final top 100 evaluation. And here we don't have any constraints that at least one project should get shortlisted for the top 10 or top 100. And the last parameter stays the same. Next milestone. Now, this is the final milestone coming to the bronze. Now, this level is also having few differences, that is at least 50. Minimum is that 50 registrations from each campus, as in each individual, 50 students participating. And then 3 teams should get invited for the regional bootcamp, and at least 5 projects should get invited for the. Okay, so here this point is that at least 5 projects can be submitted for the top 100. So as the level decreases, we have some constraints which are very flexible, but we should definitely aim for the first one, that is the platinum. Now, since we have already covered the milestones, now what is the benefit of these milestones? Now let's go to the
Yes,
swags
most
part.
of them are, I think, checking the slides in between. This is
Yes.
similar to the study jam or before one. We also have few rewards, but limited to very few ones. Uh, that means it depends on each region. So for the platinum, and don't like develop your project for these tags. You just make that help for the so, in 100 securing in the top one. Yeah, these are the different uh, thing. 1 second. Yeah, these are the different swags you will get at the end of it. And I hope if you haven't seen the Ayush profile, he also shared his swags what he received at the end of this training. And thank you Aishwarya for sharing the different milestones, because you need to know like how many projects like we from a GDSC club to submit it. And now, how many of you want to see the product that developed by Ayush? Like you were seeing the just Figma prototype. He showed the design part, right? So if you want to see this demo, you can just say like any message in the group. Yeah, because that's the biggest part, that video or the short minute of video that says the all your application or all your solution in that is short. So Ayush will share his
Yeah,
solution
sure, sure.
video when he submitted for his submission. Yes, Ayush.
Yeah, sure. I'm just sharing it. Before that, this year they have organized in a very good way the whole process. Last year there were around 2,500 entries, and this year surely there will be more entries. So guys, buckle up and start building your solutions. I will share my screen first. Okay. I hope the audio is like. Okay,
Good
are you
evening,
able to?
everyone. My name is Nihal.
Is this audible?
Yes, yes. Yeah, yeah. Fine.
So this is my teammate explaining that.
My team name is Sentinels. For solution challenge, we are choosing sustainable development goal number 11, single
So this is very fast because of the 1.5 minutes like constraint. So yeah,
citizen community. For a solution, as our solution is trying to promote the importance of waste management and collection, we are committed to solving target 11.6. The current problem is that people lack motivation and knowledge about proper waste disposal methods and the impact of their actions on the environment. Our aim here is not to propose waste management methods, but we are here to encourage individuals to collect and dispose of waste responsibly while raising awareness and providing meaningful incentives for their actions. Waste to Wealth is an app that encourages individuals to collect and dispose of waste responsibly while earning points. The Google technologies we have used are Android, Kotlin, Google Maps platform, Google Cloud, Firebase. As you can see, here is the dashboard of our app. We have two important models: report waste and collect waste. You can easily report the waste around your surroundings by uploading the waste photograph and type the location, correct location. You can easily earn the points by reporting the waste successfully. You can the other model is the collect waste model. You can easily see the various waste reported waste near you, and you can click on the collect option, and after filling the necessary details you can collect the waste and earn points. The other models that we have implemented is a community section. The community, basically Waste to Wealth serves as a community platform, allowing social groups to post collection drive information and enabling users to volunteer and engage in club activities. The other module that we have implemented is the reward section. As you can see, the people are earning coins, so they can easily redeem their coins for the various rewards that we have in our app. Through third party collaborations, you can easily claim the rewards by clicking on the claim now option, and you can earn the points on the rewards. The app basically aims to instill a habit to maintain cleanliness in your surroundings and encourage community involvement and rewards for active participation. Thank you.
yeah,
Yeah, that's too quick, but what's the exact time
yeah.
span
That's
of a
the
video?
uh, basically 120 seconds you have to fit in your entire project.
Oh,
So that was
okay,
like
okay.
a
That
whole
means
thing.
including all
We
the
we were
goals.
yeah yeah. I have a story. So basically the deadline was 12 a.m. midnight. We have to submit. The form was closing. So our video was not ready. So we were just into the building process, and the whole thing got delayed a lot. So this was recorded in last 30 minutes of the deadline. So it was this too fast. And that's the reason maybe we
Yeah,
are
it's
not
too
in
fast,
the
but
top 10.
explained in detail.
Yeah,
I think if you're
yeah,
see, most of them see the best part is like the rewarding idea.
yeah, yeah,
If you like, it makes the people
yeah,
to use the app frequently. So whenever you
yeah,
want to report any kind of waste that available there,
yeah,
uh,
yeah,
generally we will leave the waste. But with this app, you can tell the
yeah.
information like the waste is
Mm,
available here. So within
true.
that, you will be rewarding,
Yeah,
right? So that is one of
yeah,
the idea that makes this
yeah,
project icon.
yeah. That
Yeah. So similar
yeah,
to
that
that,
have made
yes, yes.
yeah. So basically, yeah, we were like basically you are associating waste with rewards. No, everyone loves
Yeah.
rewards, so that was the whole idea behind the project. Yeah,
Okay. Cool. Cool. And one second.
yeah. Before that, I also have one thing to show. Uh, yeah, afterwards I will do.
You can share.
Yeah,
Just an interaction.
yeah, yeah. So
And
basically,
just
after you get into top 100, yeah, yeah.
yes, Aisha.
So after you get into top 100, you will get a badge as well in your Google Developer profile. So this is like a permanent badge on your Google Developer profile, which you can showcase basically. I just wanted to show you. So just a minute. So yeah, this is something you get as a part of it. You get basically a badge here, which you can showcase as a proof. Basically, you can add this on your LinkedIn as well, so people see. Yeah,
Okay, along with this,
yeah,
can you, if you have any screenshots of your rewards from
yeah.
Google, you can
Uh,
also share that.
okay.
May inspire a few.
So yeah, sure. I think I have a post on my LinkedIn.
Yes, yes, yes.
Just a minute. Uh, it
We
was
need
okay.
tips for AI fraud. Okay, tips in the sense, the only
Yeah,
thing I can say, the problem statement and the solution you're working is the matter.
yeah, yeah. So this is
Check.
the T-shirt you get,
No, no, no.
stickers,
Share your
and
screen.
okay. Sorry. I see. So this is the T-shirt you get. You can flaunt in different meetups and stick some stickers, basically, and as well as you get a digital badge and one T-shirt and stickers.
Great, great, great.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, now,
Yeah.
yes.
Uh, yeah.
We'll have 10 more sessions, including the networking about registration process, and that's the part. So before that, if you have any questions, you can
Yeah.
post here
Sure.
or raise your hand. We will take this for 10 more minutes. As well. So now we made, we don't know, like everywhere we mentioning this word, like the world needs your solution. Because we, the students, having such opportunity to utilize to make help world to solve a particular problem. So with this opportunity, you can build a really great solution. So don't worry, like we don't have enough knowledge on how to start this. So how each day you're putting effort on this, that really matters at the end result. So don't worry or anything. I don't know. Don't stuck anywhere. Any for any help. The Google is always there, and we also always there. So we conduct always sessions. We'll give whatever resources we can, and also we have a few resources for each campaign. That means for each Flutter, we have few resources from Google, and also few resources related to Android, Flutter, etc. So that and all we all share there. Uh, who all get the rewards? I think all team, each member will get right, the cash prize
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all every single team member gets it.
Okay, okay. And let's move on to the registration process. And the registration, as already said, it already started on December 1, but it's delayed due to a few exams, and it depends on the university that doing it. So this process, I will just share how what are the things you need to fill. One second. Yeah, my screen, I think it's visible. Okay, you can go on to the solution challenge page. One second. This is the main page of the Google Solution Challenge 2024. All the details, a few basic details are available here. And see, it is a kickstart session which is going to be happen on Jan 11. So now this is the registration form you can see. And again, we are saying you should be a member of GDSC before participating in it. That means any club, but you should be a part of GDSC because it is entirely organized by Google developers globally. So all the information is mentioned in detail here. You can also review this. We will share this link as well. Just a second. Now we uh, yes, you can access that in chat, or else you can also search in Google. Yeah. How should we join in GDSC? It's not at all a problem. If already GDSC is available in your university, you can reach out to the particular GDSC page. See, for our university, Kalsilingam, we have a GDSC page. So if we move on to the home page, here it will show like join. So join us, because I'm already joined. It is showing join. So for the new member who's not part of the GDSCs, can click on this and get the member. That means you will be becoming as a GDSC member. So now this is the registration page. I think the link I already group in the chat. Here you can view all the things. I just filled a draft to show you. So here you need to mention what is your role. Like, I am the GDS lead, so I kept the GDS lead. So now you need to keep as a member, so that you can participate in the upcoming workshops that are organized by us. If you are part of a core team of GDSC club, you can click on it. And now see, this is a huge list of all GDSs across the world. The entire list, see, you can go on to India and search for your GDSC. And now yes, see, this is our university, so you need to check the particular GDSC you are taking part of it. And that is that is a huge list. You can see how many GDSCs are there in the world. It's not India list of the world. And if you move on to the last, here as the list part, this is the most time taken. You should think, as Ayush already conveyed, you not only focus on one goal, you can select multiple goals solving a particular problem. So you can, it is a checkbox, you can select multiple goals, and then you can focus on the solution. And now, what kind of Google technology, you can pick whatever you want. If any other technology you are using, you can mention here as well. So not only Google tools, but mostly recommended they're given, if not there, you can also mention in the other section. So that is the two important things we can say, so that before you should brainstorm with your team, what kind of solution you are going to bring, what kind of statements you are going to solve, what are the goals and targets. And as we already conveyed in the submission criteria, we have points for the problem statement and what is your motivation of selecting particular statement. So here you can mention your points, or else you can also have select the points like uh, I want to learn, but I want to make a difference in the community for prizes and recognition. They also know, and they mention that. And at the next one, about your experience. And after that, the terms and conditions, you need to agree all the things. And after that, uh, you should click as you will be contacted for any reasons related to your product. And click on yes, and then submit. And this is individual registration. That means you will be registering individually. When project submission, you will be forming a team and submitting. So I hope the registration process here. One second. Are you sure the registration, the team function will be having a separate form, or at the end problem submission we will be having?
Yes. The submission form has an option to add team members there. That will be the only form, I believe.
One question: if we select problem statement, can we change it later?
Uh, Problem statement. There are no access problem statements, right? There are different goals. Yeah. While
Yeah,
submitting, you
yeah.
can
That
have. Yeah, yeah. You can definitely. You can
we
have a
can
change.
modify our. We can change
Yeah.
that.
For the final
Okay, but
submission form. Yeah.
okay. That is not about the registration form, right? The initial one with
No,
the
no.
goal selection, everything.
Initial one. Yeah.
Okay.
Initial one you can even have not sure, and later on you can be having different. The main
Yeah.
goals you are solving.
Okay.
Yeah.
If any change updates on about this one, we will share in the respective
Yeah.
community.
Yeah.
And my university is not having a GDSC club, which how could, as mentioned, I think Ayush, they can be part of other universities. Can you have a
Yeah. Yeah.
short note on
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah, you can have an the nearby university one you can join.
this? Yes.
Yeah,
Any questions? Okay, it's come now comes the networking part. You all can network each other. You can share your LinkedIn profiles. Also connect with the leads, the core team of all three clubs that we hosted
Yeah.
today. You can also share your links, and we'll have 2 more minutes of networking, and then
Yeah.
we can end this session. So, anyone want to speak or share anything or feedback? You can also have this. Just keep a message. I will give you the access to speak. And sorry, it's networking time. We'll also share our LinkedIn profiles if needed, so that you can reach to Ayush as well. So based on his time weekend availability, he will also help you there. Let me share my link. Yes, remaining connect each other whenever we have any issues. We can learn. So like connected with Ayush, because he's from North and I am from South, but the important
Yeah.
part is the networking where people will know each other,
Yeah.
and I'm sharing my link as well.
So,
Yeah, if you are interested, anyone, you can also share your link so that we will together in link. And we have our GDSC library page. That means all the available links, WhatsApp communities, everything are available there. We add the link for you. Aishwarya, if you want to share your particular link also, you can have it there. GDSC KARE link I'm sharing here. So apart from this also, if you have any question, you can wait 5 more minutes, or else you can also ask now. Yes, in link this Linktree link, all the links available there, the solution challenge, the registration form, everything. And coming to the registration part, we will be rollouting few other posters or information with you in detail, so that you can share with your members and form a team as well. Yes. Any other question? Ayush, you want to share anything?
yeah, I think, yeah, I think everything is well said, and I hope you guys are motivated enough to start building. And yeah, I would like to conclude with the thought that stop building habits and start building something. If the habits don't follow automatically, you don't really want it. And if you don't really want it, it won't last anyway. And yeah, so start building and start exploring different technologies. And this is your time to, get your hands dirty and start, building basically. So I'm looking forward to seeing all your solutions. You can connect with me at any time, and you can reach out to the teams at your GDSC, and they'll surely help you to any questions you have.
Yeah, so, as
Yeah,
I said, and I also want to share a small point, and don't quit at any stage.
yeah,
So, if you are stuck at anywhere, the resources are already available. We will also try our best to help you all, and we also try to give the best what we can. So, don't quit at any stage. Don't depend on the result or swags or rewards that and all. Just focus on the problem, how it helps to other people. You can check many other leads, many other uh, people as well who secure top 100 in previous years, top 10, top 3. Check their demos, how they have done, connect with them. So we'll also try to have more such sessions soon. And we have a good interaction. We have good questions as well in this session. And I think that's all. We hope we cleared everything and given an overview and detailed understanding of what exactly Discover Design develop, as well as the solution challenge. And thanks Ayush for this. Really having even Ayush joined during the semester exam. Thanks for
yeah,
that. And I think many of them also having that. And thanks for all of you for joining this
yeah.
session.
Sure, sure. Thank you, Krishna and team, and all three GDSs together. It was a great time. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you, Aish. Thanks for
yeah,
your valuable
yeah.
information
Bye.
about GDS solution.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Yes. Uh, if anything else, we can wait or else we can end this session. Aishwarya, you want to share anything? Fortunately, the Sailesh unable to join. He's also host of this event.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, guys, then I think
Yeah.
that's all for today. And more updates we'll be having in each GDSC pages. Connect with them and stay updated then. Thanks, Aish. Thank
Yeah.
you all.
And thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
Aishwarya.
Bye.
Thank
Yeah.
you all, core team
Bye.
members.
Bye.
Meet you all soon. Okay, bye, everyone.